life today.
I ripped her heart out, man.
You had no choice. You had to protect her.
If we use the experimental drug, which doctor would do it?
Me.
You don't deserve to be my father, and I never want to see you again.
Are you saying Todd still thinks I'm the father of the baby?
You should sell that kid to the highest bidder.
Yeah, I called your contact at the NYPD as soon as I got here.
Good. Any sign of our friend Keith?
So far, no. I'm just hoping he takes the bait. I hope he really believes that I don't care about Jen, and that I could care less what happens to her.
Well, that still leaves you as the main target. Don't forget that for a minute, Chris.
I'm not forgetting anything. The bottom line is here, I couldn't let anything happen to Jen.
Just be careful.
Yeah, I will. How's Jen?
Safe. Look, we're keeping a close eye on her.
But how is she? Really?
Hello, Jen. What happened to you? You look all strung out.
I need to speak to you, Shauna.
About what?
About Christian.
What about him?
Well, I think he told me a bunch of lies. I need you to tell me the truth.
I know what I want. I want you, Troy.
Sorry I'm late.
Sam,
Sorry I'm late. I came to discuss Matthew's medical condition, but it seems like I've already missed a lot.
Good afternoon, Palace Hotel.
How do you like that? I got lucky on the first try.
May I help you?
Well, you sure can, Ms. Renee Devine.
Who is this?
I am crushed. You don't recognize the dulcet sounds of my voice?
Look, I'm quite busy right now, so I...
Okay, I'll give you a hint. I used to be one of your best customers.
It does sound familiar now.
All right, now for the giveaway. I was Kelly Kramer's favorite attempted murder victim.
Murder? David Vickers?
Big as life and twice as exciting. Just wanted to let you know I'm back.
Senor Diaz? Yes, thank you. I'm trying to explain that my little boy, a little baby, was brought to your morgue at the hospital. Oh, God, how do you say that in Spanish? It's a place where you bring people that don't make it. Yeah, yes, that's right. And, well, my baby, I never really got to hold him or even see him before they took him away. No, I didn't give birth there. I gave birth here at home. Well, actually, this isn't my home. It's just where I'm here staying down in Mexico. But I just really, I need to see my baby. I just want to recognize and I just want to memorize his little face. Please. What do you mean he's not there? Where is he? This is crazy. Where's my baby? Where's my baby?
I was there, Max. The kid's dead. Sorry, but Blair lost your baby. Try again, Todd. Blair didn't lose my baby. Well, you're in for a big surprise when you try and enroll the kid into pre-K.
Oh, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I hope you choke on it.
Look, if you have issues with Christian, why don't you just go see him?
Because he left town. He thought you and Hottie were joined at the hip or wherever. What's the deal?
We're not together anymore.
You two broke up? What happened?
Look, just let's go, Molly.
No, I want to answer her. I don't have a clue why we broke up. Not really. Do you, Shauna?
Do I look like a relationship counselor or a psychic?
You mean he just walked out on you?
Well, they gave me a bunch of different reasons for dumping me. But one of them was you.
Jen's having a rough time, Chris. Like we knew she would.
How does it make it easier?
You having doubts?
Sure, man, I hate this. But if Jen finds out what's going on, she'll only put herself back in the line of fire. I know her. As bad as this is, she'll get over it.
And you? Will you get over it?
I hate knowing that I hurt her, man. I hate being without her. I just wish there was some way I could tell her that I love her.
Yeah, I wish there was. I wish it could all be different.
Keep watching out for her, will you, Antonio?
Of course. You look out for yourself. Okay, bro?
Yeah, I will. Say hi to Mommy for me, okay? Tell her I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you take good care of your son.
Hi. Did you forget something?
No, I didn't forget a thing. I just thought I'd stop by and check to see if you had a moment to go over those notes you wrote on my paper.
Actually...
I'm sorry. I know I don't have an appointment. And if you're too busy, we could do it later. Like, maybe over dinner.
Nice try, Mr. Vega, but I'm afraid that would be very inappropriate.
Yeah, I kind of figured it would.
But now it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you have some very good ideas.
Oh, I thought so. I mean, with all due modesty.
Your suggestions for improving police relations with the community were very bold, very provocative.
Well, that was definitely my intention.
So what about my notes? Do you need clarified?
Where I'm off the mark, I guess.
Well, you've come a long way since your first try, but I think you need to make your point more directly.
It's funny. No, because that's exactly what I thought I was doing.
I never thought they would let you back in, Landview.
Oh, yeah? Who'd stop me if I did decide to come back?
If? I thought you just said that you were here.
No, I just meant that even though I may be miles away, I am back in your life, Renee.
Last I'd heard, you took a lot of money from Dorian Lord and were well on your way to bilking someone else.
Why, you have a very good memory.
All right, why the call, David? Looking for a handout?
No, nothing like that. I'm just catching up with an old friend. Speaking of which, how are the rest of my friends back there? Vicky, Blair, Todd?
Yeah, they're about as much friends as you and I are. I haven't got much time, David. Fess up. What is it that you really want?
The truth, huh? Truth's never really been your strong suit, Max.
Well, like you, I use it sparingly where it can be the most effective or where it can hurt the most.
Oh, with a build-up like that, this better be good.
Oh, it is.
Okay. Too bad Blair's not here to hear it. I'm sure she'd love to hear what you have to say.
If you ever care about me at all, Max, you won't tell Todd that the baby was his.
Blair didn't lose my baby, Todd. You did.
How careless of me.
Blair blames herself for the baby's death. She feels guilty for being down here, not getting the best care.
You don't think Paloma provides state-of-the-art care?
Only reason she was here was because of you, Todd. She was running from you, but no, you tracked her down, you hounded her, you pushed her until she couldn't take it anymore.
I delivered your kid. How about a little gratitude?
Hey, Maybe that's why the poor little thing didn't survive.
No. I did a good job. Given that I just gotten a crash course in obstetrics on the telephone, not my fault your lousy genes let the kid down.
Somewhere deep down in that quagmire that passes for your soul, you know you're responsible for that baby's death. And you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life.
I'll be fine.
You miserable, heartless...
Speaking of a devil, you don't seem all broken up that your baby's dead, Max. Why is that?
Christian blamed me for your breakup.
He said he'd been unfaithful to me.
Isn't that just typical of guys? Except for the confession part.
Later, Molly. Christian really said that.
Yes. He said that he was with a bunch of other girls while he was with me. And that one of them was you. Is that true?
Is it true?
Well, like you said, that there was a lot of reasons that he ended things.
That's right.
Well, your bizarre mother, that's a big one. I mean, she's crazy enough to drive anyone away by herself.
She did a lot of crazy things to try to break us up, but they didn't work. They only brought us closer.
Well, not that close, I guess, or else he'd still be around.
But that's not the reason why we broke up. I know that for sure.
Look, if you say so. I've got a class soon, so...
Please, Shauna. I know you don't like me very much, and you have no reason to help me, but...
Is that what you're asking me to do, help you?
I'm just trying to make sense out of this. I'm trying to figure out what's real and what's not. So please just tell me. Did you sleep with Christian?
Yes, I did. I slept with him.
If your point has to do with something other than this paper, then maybe we should move on to another point.
I'm very well aware of that student-teacher taboo. And I'm not suggesting you break any rules.
Well, I'm glad to know that.
But would it be against regulation if we continued discussing this paper, maybe over that famous cup of coffee that you and I haven't had, if we had it at, let's say, the student union?
Well, I've met other students there, so I don't think it would be a problem.
Great. Then it's a date. Oops. Wrong word. It's a meeting.
I have a few things to finish up here, but I can meet you in the union in, say, 15 minutes.
Perfect. See you there.
What can I do for you?
You can tell me the meaning of this.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it's not more, but it's all that I can afford at the moment.
I'm not talking about the amount. I want to know why you sent me this in the first place.
I plan on repaying you every cent you ever laid out for my support, and that means 18 years of monthly payments times...
Carrie, don't do this.
Why not? You refuse to admit you're my father in spite of all the checks you sent to my mother, so if we're not related, I owe you a lot of money.
I don't want your money.
And I don't want your money. Only I didn't have a choice when I was a kid.
I mean, I never intended for you to pay this back.
You're used to being in complete control of every situation, aren't you, Mr. Gannon? And here I am, messing up your nice, neat life. Too bad.
That's not it.
I get to call the shots from now on. Money is the only connection I have with you. And if I break that connection, we'll have nothing to do with each other.
Dr. MacGyver was just giving me a rundown of all the methods that could be used with Matthew's treatment.
Apparently you've already decided that Dr. MacGyver's going to be in charge of our son's case.
No, I told Dr. MacGyver that you and I make decisions together.
Sam, I gave Nora a list of specialists and the treatments that they'd be likely to suggest.
There's really not a lot of choice here, Sam. As a matter of fact, I've eliminated the wait and see method because I did that immediately. And then there are other more traditional methods, but their cure rate is so low. I just thought it seemed more hopeless than anything else. But there is a very promising new drug there.
According to this, it's experimental.
Yes, but it showed really remarkable results on similar strains of the virus.
And Dr. MacGyver is the only doctor on this list prepared to administer this new drug in treating the virus.
As I told Nora, please feel free to call any or all of the
If you
specialists.
don't mind, Doctor, I'd like to speak to Nora alone.
Of course. I'll tell you what, why don't you guys use my office? I'm going to go get some coffee.
Thank you. Why are you so angry, Sam?
I'm just curious. If I had showed up 5 minutes later, would Matthew already be hooked up to an IV?
Okay, no one's trying to exclude you, but you were late. I just wanted to get the information as soon as possible.
I got here as soon as I could, and you got your information, and you made your decision.
Well, frankly, I don't think there's a viable alternative.
Just the one protocol administered by Dr. MacGyver.
Okay, I don't want you to go there, Sam. You can't go there. This isn't about Troy or Colin or even you and me. This is only about Matthew.
I know that very well. What I don't understand is why you'd rush to put Matthew at risk with an unproven treatment.
I think we put him at greater risk if we do nothing.
Who here is suggesting we do nothing?
Well,
I have done some research on my own, Nora. MacGyver, he's no expert at this.
Sam, no one is.
Yeah, well, admittedly, it's a very rare virus.
Yes, that's what's so scary about it. But you see, Dr. MacGyver has actually seen a case of Robbins-Weiler before, and he's been following all the developments in the field. This experimental drug is actually our only ray of hope.
It's never been used on a child before.
He said that he would monitor Matthew really carefully and adjust the dosage.
It's never been used on a child before.
I know, there's a great risk, yes, but if we don't do anything, that's a greater risk. And this drug is actually, if it wipes out the virus, if it works and just wipes it out completely, we'll know immediately. We'll know right away. We won't have to wait weeks and months.
What if it harms Matthew? Will we know about that right then and there? Huh?
We'll be right by his side. I mean, if there's a problem.
Okay, what if we're too late? I mean, what if we're too late? I don't understand why you're putting so much faith in this man.
This man had a hunch, a far-fetched hunch. He ordered tests that showed what Matthew had conclusively. Doesn't that chain of events warrant some faith?
You know, there's a specialist on this list that testified for me in court, and I trust her. And I would like to consult with her.
Well, then do. Go right ahead. Talk to anybody you want to talk to, but just don't drag it out. Time is completely critical here.
Matthew's welfare is very critical. I will not entrust his life to Troy MacGyver.
I'm losing my mind. Oh, Paloma. Oh, thank God you're here.
Senora Blair, you must rest.
No, I don't need rest. I need you to help me, Paloma,
No,
please.
senora, I cannot help. I only come for the ropa, the vestido, como se dice, the clothes of mine.
No, I want to. I need to see my baby. I want to have him buried, and I just called the hospital, but they said that there hasn't been any babies brought in for days, so I just needed to. Paloma, please tell me, where's my baby? Where is he?
Senora, I must go now.
No, Paloma, please, you have to tell me everything. Everything. Do you understand? Everything.
Comprendo. Todo.
I want to know everything that happened from the moment my son was born.
Blair and I shared our grief over the baby's death in private. I'm not into public displays of emotion.
Really? That's too bad, because it would have been such a kick to watch you suffer in public.
Ditto. My plane's waiting for me. Hasta la vista, Todd. Oh, and, do leave Blair alone. She's been through enough.
What a prince you are. You know, this kid has no idea how lucky he is never having had to have you for a father.
You don't deserve the truth.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know, I was actually very jealous to hear that you and Asa had gotten remarried. How are you lovebirds doing anyway?
We're divorced.
Oh. Gee, I'm sorry to hear that. Asa was a fool to leave you.
Thank you, David. I will be sure to tell him you said that.
I had something that I wanted to share with both of you, but since Asa's not there, I guess it's his loss and your personal gain, Renee.
Well, David, I would never want to be accused of being greedy, so why don't you just give the whole thing to Asa?
Oh, absolutely not. I couldn't deprive you of the chance of a lifetime.
So it's true. Christian was sleeping with you the whole time he was with me.
Just about.
So what? He'd have a date with me and then he'd sneak off to be with you? Is that how it was?
I guess. It just happened.
I was so sure you were going to say no. Then I'd know that Christian was just making up an excuse.
And why would he need to do that?
I don't know. But you lied about the same thing before. You tried to make me believe that Christian was with you.
That was when your mommy, dearest, got Chad over there to set it up.
So why should I believe you now?
Fine. Don't if it makes you feel better.
It doesn't.
Look, I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad, okay? I know that you're really hung up on this guy. But you're not going to leave me alone unless I answer you right.
For some reason, I feel like you haven't.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't like my answer. But the truth is that Chris and I have had something going on for a while. And I'm not so sure that I'm the only one who can say that. Look, there's Caroline. I've got to go get an assignment, okay? I'll see ya. You coming, Molly?
I couldn't help but overhearing some of that.
What'd you miss, Chad? Maybe I could fill you in.
Look, Jen, I know I'm not your favorite person right now, but I think I can help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't really need a spy cam set up right now.
Wait, but if you're looking for answers about Christian, there's something else you ought to know.
So, the baby was born, and then Mr. Manning gave you the little baby to clean up, to wash him up, right?
Si, Senora Manning.
Well, and then what?
Just get rid of that thing.
Paloma.
Senora Blair. Paloma tell you everything.
It means you're clueless. You think you have all the answers. You don't even know the questions.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be pointing this kid off on some unsuspecting parent.
I was about to.
Wait, this is the same kid, isn't it?
It's the same baby, all right. But we got a problem.
What do you mean we got a problem?
There's cops all over this place. I'm scared they're on to me. Deal's off.
Whoa. What do you mean the deal's off?
I mean, he's all yours.
Did you eavesdrop on Christian, too?
No way.
Well, don't tell me he confided in you. I'd never believe that.
It's nothing like that. Look, I just think you should know the whole story about the website, that's all.
I do know the whole story. It was my mother's idea, and she paid you to set it up. Christian had nothing to do with it.
You're right. Christian didn't know anything. At first.
At first?
Listen, I he discovered it pretty early on, and, I figured the joke was over, and he was going to ask me to shut down the site. But, look, he told me to leave it open, okay?
He asked you to leave the site open. Why?
Basically, because he thought it was cool.
That is such a lie.
And he realized he could make money from it, Jen. The more people watching him parading around in his underwear or whatever, I guess the more he could make.
He actually made money from that site?
Look, maybe I shouldn't have said anything, okay? I'm sorry.
No. I needed to know. Excuse me.
jobs like this? Man, okay.
There won't be.
I'm still not sure why you wanted me to do that, but you have to admit, I'm an awfully good liar.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
I wish there was some way I could help you understand.
I understand perfectly.
I tried to contact your mother.
Oh, wonderful. Where were you all those years when it would have meant something? Would you please leave her alone?
Look, you're right to feel the way you do.
Oh, thank you very much for your permission. You know, you were a very busy man after you walked out on us. I did a little checking into your past before I showed up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, after Nora, there was my mother, some woman from Chicago, then there was a Sheila, a Carlotta. You certainly got around. Did you leave any other children in your wake, or was it just me?
You know, you really don't know me at all.
And whose fault is that?
Not yours. That's for sure.
So the woman you're with now, does she have any idea that I exist? Or... Don't worry, I mean, that's our little secret. I won't let her in on that.
Look, this is not getting us anywhere, all right? And I don't want your money.
And if I would have had a choice, I wouldn't have wanted your money either. Not once I learned that it was your way of easing your guilty conscience.
Look, you know what? I can't do this. I don't want to bring up bad feelings every time we're in the same room.
Well, then let's try not to be in the same room.
Carrie, that's not going to solve anything. But maybe I know something that will help.
Like what?
I need to speak to someone who can help.
Maybe I should do the same thing.
I overheard what you were saying, Sam.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but it doesn't change anything.
You don't have to explain. I understand that you have doubts about my abilities to treat your son.
As long as we're all clear about that.
Well, then we should also be clear about this. It was my intention to help you and Nora make an informed decision, not to push my own personal agenda. Now, believe it or not, I only have Matthew's best interest at heart.
Time is critical.
Well, now, Nora, when I said you need to act quickly, I was speaking in terms of days, not hours. But, obviously, the sooner you start any type of treatment, the better.
How soon could you start this treatment, assuming that Sam and I make that decision?
I'm available immediately, but it sounds to me like you and Sam have some things to talk about first.
I have to make some calls before I do anything.
Well, I'm sorry to put you in that position.
Please, there's no need. It would be a tough decision for anyone.
Well, that's the difference between Sam and me. When I make a decision, I want to put into action yesterday.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yes, well, I've been accused of being pig-headed. You know, with probably good reason, but I just, you know, once I have a feeling, I got to go with my instincts, you know.
You have the courage of your convictions. I admire that.
Well, Sam does too. It's just that sometimes we don't always have the same convictions. Yeah.
Well, something tells me that your convictions are usually right.
Uh-huh. Yes, they are. I've also been accused of arrogance.
Sometimes it's difficult not to be arrogant when you're right.
Thank you, Doctor. No, I appreciate your time very much. No, you've been very helpful. Thanks. Excuse me. What is that?
It's Dr. MacGyver's. And it's called a rain stick. Your son was playing with it.
Matthew?
Mm-hmm.
How did he get that?
Well, the doctor and your son are great pals.
Yeah, apparently so.
Matthew says he wants Dr. Troy to always be his doctor.
He does, huh? You know, I don't throw terms like chance of a lifetime around lightly, Renee.
I'm glad to hear that, David.
This is a gift, for old time's sake, from me to you.
And you know how I love gifts.
Oh, then you're going to love this. I have a one-time only window of opportunity to get in on the ground floor of an enterprise that is going to revolutionize global communications. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the details.
Good, because I can't program my VCR.
Hey, as long as you know how to count your profits. This is now or never, Renee. Now, if you could just wire me the cash. Renee? Renee, you're still there?
Oh, brother.
Sweet pea.
Don't you sweet pea me, you.
What have I done to upset you?
Oh, well, I can't speak for the last few hours, but you certainly were busy, little bee, this morning.
This morning?
I just came from the bank. It seems a man fitting your description tried to withdraw a large amount of money from one of my accounts, claiming that he was my son and that I was incapacitated.
That was a joke.
You are the joke, Davy. Should we let the police in on it? Or do you just want to leave the way you arrived with nothing but the rags on your back?
It's like you're two completely different people. How could I have been so wrong about you? Hello? Hello?
What's this?
I asked you to lie for me, and you did. Now I want to pay you.
That's okay. I don't need the money.
And what do you need?
That's the idea.
Well, maybe you should tell me what you have in mind.
See, I never could get a tumble out of Christian. He's always too hung up on his precious Jen.
Well, he's a one-woman guy.
How about his big brother?
I am too.
That is so sexy. But you're a free agent these days, aren't you?
Well, I guess you could say that.
Well, in that case, I can think of one way you can repay me.
Wow. Can I get you some coffee? or
Oh,
something?
no, please, thank you. I'm wired enough as it is.
Okay.
You know, if Matthew isn't at the hospital tonight, I think I'm going to make him his favorite meal.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Frank and beans.
Frank and beans.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing, too, because that's the only thing I know how to cook. Not a very good cook. But I guess you probably figured that out by my menu selection. No, well, there's a lot of things you're getting to know about me, isn't there? Like the fact that I babble when I'm nervous. Like I'm doing right now. Oh, dear.
I'm getting to learn quite a lot about you, yeah.
And they're all just fascinating details, too.
You're a very interesting woman.
And you are obviously very polite.
Do it. Take care of our son.
Thank you.
I hold baby muchacho, the little boy.
I know that, Paloma, but what happened after that?
And the man, Senor Todd, he make me take baby away.
Away where?
And I know that you don't speak English, but I think you can understand. So read my lips. I know where you casa.
I'm sorry, senora. Baby die, I take baby to hospital.
No, Paloma, they told me that the baby isn't there at the hospital.
Oh, the hospital.
What other hospital are you talking about? Just tell me what's the name?
I'm so sorry, senora.
No, Paloma, please just tell me the name. Stop saying that and just tell me the name of the hospital.
It's no good, senora.
Paloma, please, you have to tell me.
In the fire. El bebé fue cremado.
Fire? My baby was cremated. Why would they do that?
No sé, senora. I'm very, very sorry.
Never gonna get to see my baby. No.
I just need to know if you can take the kid or not. No, there's not enough time for you to interview the birth parents. Do I really sound like the kind of guy that's got enough time for tea at the plaza? Look, I need to unload this kid. Can you take it? Fine. You know what? I'll find another baby broker. One that doesn't have so many ethics.
Excuse me. Senorita, hi, how are you? I'm sorry, do you speak English?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Well, you know, I sure hope so. I did a really stupid thing. I let my wife board the plane with my ticket while I was in the men's room. She's a very pretty woman, about so tall, with brown hair. You know what? Why don't I just get on board and I'll see if I can find her.
You can't do that, Mr. Vickers. You've tried boarding illegally so often, the airline has a file on you. You'll have to purchase a ticket.
Same to you, hombre. Only grande, you're...
Damn. No, not a peep out of you. Much less anything else out of you.
Well. Isn't Todd Manning a child? What have we here?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
Christian, is that you? Please say something.
You saw me with Shauna.
Who?
Paloma, show you baby.
There's an intruder in this house.
Where?
Hey, Uncle Bo.
Will Jax help Sky defeat Sunny? Get the scoop at abc.com. Keyword, daytime.
They've held back their passion.
I want to start over.
But this week,
Just for now, get lost in my eyes.
everything changes.
This is just how I imagined it. It's like you're making my every dream come true. I love you, Nicholas.
There's more to the story. General Hospital.
I could get used to this.